Hi, this is Amy, and in this training, I'm going to share some strategies for getting your book into multiple marketplaces so you can increase your book's visibility and sales.
One of the best ways to do this is to expand the international market. And to get more exposure in the international market, one of the best and easiest ways to do that is to establish a presence on the other international Amazon sites. And the way you start with that is you basically get set up with Amazon Author Central. And even if you're not selling on other international sites, you really should make sure that your pen name is registered with Amazon Author Central anyway, because there's a lot of tools in there. You go to authorcentral.amazon.com and you claim your books. You can have several pen names under one account, and if you have more than several, you can either open up another account under a different email, or you can just email Amazon and they'll add your pen name to your account. You claim your book, so basically you would type in the book title and then it would pop up. So it's a book that's already published on Amazon. You claim it, say it's your book, and then they'll have your pen name there as being associated with you. And then Amazon Author Central will also allow you to add things like your blog, your Twitter, uh, videos, other types of content. And the other thing with Author Central is it gives you access to some sales tracking tools for your Amazon sales that you're not going to find anywhere else. So it's really a must. And once you're registered with Amazon.com, the Author Central, then if you want to get more exposure for your books internationally, then you can actually repeat the same process at the other Amazon sites. There is one for the UK, France, Japan, and Germany. And then this last link here, this is just a list of their other international presence. But not all of the Amazon international sites have Author Central. These are the ones, to my knowledge at least, that do at the moment. And it's pretty similar. It's a little bit different for each site, but basically, when you go to the site, you register and then claim your book. And you can include the English version of your book if necessary, if you don't have a translated version. But you just get your account set up there and let them know you have a book, and then they can add it in there. And it also starts the ball rolling for making sure your book is also available on these international marketplaces as well. So you can add it in manually if they're not able to find it. So that's one way to get more eyeballs on your book and to expand the reach of your books. Now, speaking of internationally, the second way to do this is to actually consider translating your books into some of the more popular languages like Spanish or French. Now, this does work better with shorter books or with picture books, as translation can be expensive. If you have a book that's very complex or very long, it may not be the best candidate for translation. One of the sites that I recommend is onehourtranslation.com. They have competitive rates and they let you do more general or basic translation. And then if you want more specialized translation from an expert, you can also get that done as well. If you'd like to get more in-depth training on getting a book translated, I recommend the training that I have here, Translation Publishing Treasures, and there's the link right there. We actually walk you through a case study of getting a book translated, and I will also say, since in the case study, we have a picture book that's been translated into another language, into German. And I will say, as sort of a follow up to this case study, since that, we have actually sold quite a few copies of that book in German. So it's definitely paid off for us. And if you do have picture books or shorter books, it can be something that can increase your sales as well. Now, the third way you can increase your sales is by making sure you get your book distributed into libraries. And this is a great market for books. Again, in addition to the translation, I've also made a lot of sales through libraries as well. And what's great about libraries is it's not really something where you have to do like a lot of marketing or social media posting or anything. Once you get your book into the system and it's a good quality book, you'll see that the libraries are ordering that. Now, you can sell both digital and physical books through libraries. Overdrive is the main digital system that a lot of libraries in the United States participate in. It allows people to get digital lending copies of books where they can borrow the digital copy on their Kindle or other reading devices for a few weeks. I will say, though, that I do sell more books through physical book distribution. Now, It is a bit more time consuming to prepare your book for physical distribution because it has to meet some technical requirements. But once you've done that, you can get your book involved into a lot of these other marketplaces and libraries. So one way you can get your books into libraries is to go through an aggregator like Smashwords, CreateSpace, or Speedy Publishing. Smashwords really, at least to my understanding, only does ebooks only at this time. If you want to get your physical book, which I do recommend, I recommend Speedy. They have expanded distribution, or you can also go through CreateSpace as well. If you'd rather not go or deal with an aggregator and you just want to focus on getting your book through libraries, and also I believe they help you set up the physical files as well, you can check out these services. It's Quality Books, Unique Books, and Baker and Taylor. Baker and Taylor is huge. They're actually a really big wholesaler, but they also get your book into libraries. With Baker and Taylor, if you get your book in and on with them, then you have a lot of other opportunities to get your books not only in libraries but in bookstores as well. That's three ways you can increase your book's reach. First, by getting your book on the international Amazon sites, going through Author Central. Secondly, by translating your book. And thirdly, by getting your book into more libraries with expanded distribution and specialized services. These are great ways to make sure that you're making the most out of your book and you don't just have it in one marketplace, but instead you have it in multiple marketplaces. So I hope you enjoyed this training. If so, please feel free to leave a comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks.